Hello everyone, I am Dipali Pathak and today I have brought chapter 3rd of class 12, the topic in menstruation cycle. Today we will try to complete it. The ovarian cycle topic was going on and today we will discuss menstruation cycle. Students, this topic you have studied in class 10, so it's a good time for the revision of this topic. Let's come to understand menstruation cycle in human. The reproductive cycle in female primate is called as the menstruation cycle. Menstruation cycle is a part of ovarian cycle. In ovarian cycle, when ovulation occurs, after that, the viability of the ovum finishes its ovaries and the weeping of the uterus started. All these events we will discuss in very detail. So let's come to understand. The menstruation cycle occurs only in female primates. Primates means the organism such as monkeys, apes and human. Only in these organisms the menstruation cycle occur in their reproductive phase. Student, earlier I told you when I was teaching you the structure of ovary, I explained you that during the puberty, hormonal secretion start and it start the ovarian cycle and development of secondary sexual characters in human female. So these all things including menstrual cycle we have to discuss today. As any girl reaches at the puberty when she is in between 10 to 14 years of the age, that is puberty. It is the age of puberty. So at the age of 13, the hormonal secretion start in female. For this, first, the hypothalamus part of the brain. Suppose this is a brain. And this is a hypothalamus part of the brain. First, it start to release gonadotropin releasing hormone. This is the hypothalamus part of the brain, which release gonadotropin releasing hormone. This gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulate the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland hang from the brain from its base just above the eye, and this is the anterior part of the pituitary. This is anterior pituitary. Pituitary is a master gland of our body which regulate the activity of other glands and hormones released from other glands. So this anterior pituitary release two hormones during the puberty due to the action of GnRH hormone. These hormones are, first is follicle stimulating hormone and another one is luteinizing hormone. So follicle stimulating hormone when released from pituitary, it stimulate ovaries for the development of follicles. You know, primary follicles are already present in the ovary which start to develop after the puberty. Suppose this is the reproductive system of human female. These are the ovaries either side of the uterus. Fallopian tubes. This is the human reproductive system. Cervix and vaginal part of the uterus in this way. So, this follicle stimulating hormones stimulate the follicles, primary follicles inside the ovary. These primary follicles have immature ovum inside it. Due to the action of follicle stimulating hormone, follicles start to develop and they convert into a mature Graafian follicle and a mature secondary oocyte. All these events, which includes the development of primary follicle to Graafian follicle, is called as ovarian cycle. Primary follicle to Graafian follicle when continues, this all comes under the ovarian cycle. During this period, the Graafian follicle means the maturing or developing follicle secrete one hormone that is called as estrogen. Estrogen released from the follicular cell of the ovary and they causes the secondary development of secondary sexual characters in human female. After some time, the second hormone from the anterior pituitary secreted, that is luteinizing hormone. That causes the bursting of the Graafian follicle and release of the ovum, means ovulation takes place due to the action of this luteinizing hormone, and it maintains or it prepares the reproductive tract for the pregnancy, for the embryonic development. So in this way, these two hormones are necessary for the secondary sexual characters and for the preparation of the pregnancy in female reproductive tract. When all these things repeated in cyclic manner, then it is called as the menstruation cycle. Then menstruation is the event of all these things. If this released ovum does not fertilize, it shed off and released with the endometrium of uterus. That is called as menstruation. Estrogen is released by the follicular cell of the ovary. That is necessary for the secondary sexual character. Now, we are talking about the non-pregnant female. In case of non-pregnant female, the unfertilized ovum dies, it shed off and released along with the menstrual flow. So this menstruation absent during the pregnancy or in poor health condition. Student, you know the uterus is a muscular organ and it has three muscular parts. Here myometrium, ectometrium and endometrium. These three layers are there. So inner endometrium consists of glands and many blood capillaries. Here it is highly vascularized with the blood capillaries. So when ovum does not fertilize, its viability finishes, and after its viability period, it degenerates, and at that condition, the follicle also are not able to maintain themselves. At that condition, when ovum released from the ovary, the empty follicle is present in the ovary, that also released one hormone that is called as progesterone. So progesterone prepare this reproductive tract, increase the thickening of the uterus for embedding of the embryo, and prepare reproductive tract for the pregnancy. If it fails, it start to degenerate, it start to disintegrate and start to break. And along with the unfertilized ovum, the follicular fluid and this blood capillaries and the wall of endometrium start to flow from the uterus or from the vaginal orifice, and this is actually a menstruation. So this all events repeat in cyclic manner, which require 28 to 29 days for its completion. One cycle is of 28 to 29 days in females. It may vary from one organism, one person to another, but normally it is of 28 to 29 days. So development of primary follicle, then primary follicle into a Graafian follicle, then ovulation, and then disintegration of the reproductive tract. These all events is known as menstruation cycle, because all these things repeats after each 28 days. Student, the first menstruation in any female, that is called as menarche. Menarche, this is the first menstruation. Then it's the first part of the reproductive phase. Then after, the menstruation continues till the age of 45 to 55. At the age of between 45 to 55, the reproductive capacity declines, it decreases in human female, and at a time it permanently stops. The menstruation indicates the continuation of reproductive phase. As it stops, the reproduction also stops in human female. So permanently stoppage of this menstruation is called as menopause. Middle one is menstruation, and the menopause. Last or stoppage of menstruation. I think all these things is very clear to you. Once again we will revise this. At the age of puberty, near about the 13 year of age, the hypothalamus part of the brain start to release gonadotropin releasing hormone, which start to stimulate the anterior part of the pituitary gland, which is also present at the base of brain. This pituitary gland start to release follicle stimulating hormone, which stimulate the follicles of ovary and start the development of that and convert that into primary to Graafian follicle. Simultaneously, the estrogen released from the developed follicles they causes the development of secondary sexual characters in human female. When this primary follicle matures, convert into Graafian follicles, the released ovum and empty follicle in the ovary start to release one more hormone, that is progesterone, which prepare the reproductive tract for the pregnancy. Along with the follicle stimulating hormone, one more hormone, luteinizing hormone, released from anterior pituitary, which causes the development of which causes the ovulation and release of progesterone. So all these things maintained by the FSH and LH from the anterior pituitary, and they both prepare the human reproductive tract for the receive of mature ovum and then prepare it for the pregnancy. So these were all about the menstrual cycle. Let's come to understand its graphical presentation, where we will discuss all these events together. Each menstruation cycle is of 28 or 29 days. Means from first day to the fourth day of the cycle is of menstruation, when the menstrual flow occurs. From fifth day of the cycle, post-menstrual phase starts, in which the proliferation in reproductive tract occurs and uterine lining thickens, and again the reproductive tract prepare itself for receiving the fertilized ovum and for the embedding of embryo. So from fifth day to the 21st day is the proliferative phase. In between that, means the midway of the cycle, the ovulation occurs, that is the 14th day. So this is proliferative phase. On 14th day, ovulation occurs. Then just after the ovulation, from 15th day, luteal phase started, because after ovulation, corpus luteum start to form and release progesterone hormone. So this phase is called as luteal phase. After luteal phase, from 21 to 28th day, that is the secretory phase. This is secretory phase. If ovum does not fertilize, then the uterine lining and corpus luteum fail to maintain itself and leads the menstruation. So after 29, the 29 or 29th day, maybe the secretory phase, then after again the next cycle start. In this way, each cycle has 4 phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, luteal phase and secretory phase. So graphic representation is like this. Look here, the picture is showing lower level or bottom of this diagram, showing first to 5 day menstruation. First level of this diagram is showing the days of the cycle, which continues from 1 to 28 days. So first 5 days or first 4 days are for menstruation, when uterine lining, endometrium breaks and the unfertilized ovum degenerate, and that causes menstrual flow. from 5th to 13th day. The uterine lining means endometrium of the uterus again start to thicken. Its layers start to thicken and near about 2 to 3 millimeter. They increase in their thickening, and this phase is called as the proliferative phase, because proliferation means increase in the thickness of the endometrium occurs. At the beginning in ovary, the primary follicles are very small, they immature, and due to the action of anterior pituitary hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, follicles start to develop, and continuously they develop and convert into Graafian follicles. So at the beginning stage, the primary follicles are very primitive, less developed, and that time the layers of follicular cells are less. As follicles matures, they convert into secondary or tertiary. They start to release estrogen hormone. Gradually, it increases and causes the development in secondary sexual characters. So, in this diagram, simultaneously you can see the growth in endometrium lining, changing level of the hormones from ovary, and hormone released from the anterior pituitary. Rather than the picture is showing the developing stages of the follicle in the ovary. So, follicle stimulating hormones stimulate the follicle to develop and convert into mature follicle. As follicle matures, they release estrogen, increase the level in the blood, and causes development in secondary sexual characters. Simultaneously, the developed follicle release one hormone which is called as inhibin. Inhibin, when it reaches to the brain with blood, it stops the secretion of gonadotropin hormone, and it affects the less secretion of, it causes the less secretion of follicle stimulating hormone and stops the development or the maturation of other follicles. So, among many follicles, only one matures in 1 month. When follicles convert from primary to secondary, tertiary and Graafian follicles, the LH hormone, luteinizing hormones increases. Suddenly it increases and rapidly increases. Till the 14th day, it reaches at its peak level, and its maximum level is called as the LH surge. So at this level, the Graafian follicle bursts and release the mature ovum. Actually, it's not a ovum, it's a secondary oocyte. When this secondary oocyte released from the Graafian follicle, the level of estrogen decreases, but the thickening of endometrium continues. This phase is called as ovulatory phase. This is the ovulatory phase of the cycle, which occur on the 14th day. From 15th day, the luteal phase starts, because after releasing ovum, the empty follicles start to convert in corpus luteum. Here the corpus luteum forms, that is why the phase is called as the luteal phase. Now this corpus luteum start to release progesterone hormone, which is necessary for the increase in thickening of endometrium in uterus. So it prepare the reproductive tract for receiving fertilized ovum and for the embryonic development. So it's continuously increasing in size and it thickens near about 5 to 6 millimeter in size. As corpus luteum grows in size, it releases progesterone continuously and maintain the reproductive tract for fertilization and for pregnancy, and it become maximum. After some time, it releases both the hormone estrogen and progesterone. But if ovum does not fertilize, if this released ovum does not fertilize, then it dies, it degenerates after 48 hours, and in that condition, the corpus luteum start to degenerate and it is failed to maintain the uterine lining and secretion of progesterone. If the progesterone level decreases, the endometrium start to break. The endometrium start to break. So this phase, when corpus luteum gradually decrease in size, start to disintegrate, and the level of progesterone also decreases, the phase is called a secretory phase. At the end of this phase, on 28th day, the menstruation occur. So menstruation when occur, it consists of disintegrated ovum, endometrium lining, blood capillaries, and the fluid which was present in the follicle. So these all things flow through the vagina, and that is called as the menstrual phase. In this way, in these 4 phases, the menstruation cycle completes in human female. Remember, first stage is menstrual phase, then proliferative phase, when proliferation occur in the reproductive tract. At that time, the estrogen level is increased. After ovulation on 14th day, the level of progesterone increases and estrogen decreases, and luteal phase continues. At the end of the cycle, from 21 to 28 days, secretory phase is there, where the both hormones level decreases and disintegrate and causes menstruation again. So this is the menstruation cycle. As I told you, it occurs in only primate organism, in female primates only, which are regular breeders. Means around the year, anytime they can breed, they can fertilize and produce the new ones. But in the seasonal breeders, they do not show the menstruation phase in their cycle. Means all these phases are there, but menstruation does not occur. That kind of cycles are called as estrous cycle. So these kind of organism are seasonal breeders. A specific season is there for their breeding. Only in that condition their cycle continues, and due to the action of hormones, they become active for reproduction and produce new ones. So example of that are dogs, cat, this kind of organism which show estrous cycle. Student, the estrous cycle is also called as the heat period of the organism. It can be seen in dog, cat, cow, buffalo, this kind of organism. This period of sexual responsiveness of female is the estrus cycle, and it is generally of short duration. As I told you, they are seasonal breeder. That is why this period is shorter in comparison to primates. So, the duration is about the 18 hours in cow. For cow, it is 18 hours. It may vary from organism to organism or animal to animal. Then, it is generally followed by anestrus or quiescence, during which the female does not copulate with male. Most of wild animals are monoestrus. Monoestrus means the cycles or hormonal activation occur in once in a year, and they can breed in once in a year, such as sheep or deer. Red mice breeds as frequently as every 5 days, and the guinea pig every 15 days. So are polyestrus, means estrus cycles repeat frequently in their reproductive tract. So in this way, two cycles are there, estrus cycles and menstrual cycle. Estrus cycles occur only in seasonal breeder, whereas the menstrual cycle occur in primates organism.